was? What did you say your name was? What did you say your name was?
Say what? only realizing now that my mic was muted for that entire thing. So I am choosing to try to 100% this game again just because when it came out, I had so much fun with it. I ended up playing it for that entire weekend. So to get my feet wet and turn to streaming, I figured why not do a game that's semi-recent that I actually had fun playing through. So this was my choice. Uh, Gonna see how good of a choice that was, considering this wasn't the. It was a fun game, but the end of this game is definitely harder than I thought it would be, and it took me way longer than I thought it would. But it was all a fun game, so at the very least, it should be fun to go through. This is probably the only PlayStation game recently I've had any interest in, though, partially because of the fact that I switched to PC. And I know that's not their fault, but when they decided to put everything on PC, it kind of just made me not want to play it on my PS5. Especially since everything that came out more recently that I care about, when it came to PC, it was easier to play it on that, especially because I play most of my stuff on a Steam Deck. And I just liked the portability more than I did having to sit in front of the TV to play it. Although, and because you can use the DualSense and all that with this on PC anyway, I kind of quickly stopped using my PS5. Like, it was basically a glorified PS4 for me. So, although this did a good enough job of, like, getting me interested in the parts of PlayStation I never really got into, because for as much as I technically grew up with PlayStation, I grew up with a very random assortment of games that my brothers played, and while they were good, I have no recollection of ever playing Jak and Daxter or Sly Cooper or any of that when I was a child. So after playing this, it made me want to play them, so I definitely have to see what's in PlayStation's Classic Collection, or whatever the subscription is, because I didn't think they had as many games as they did on the console. Outside of, I think I bought Jak and Daxter like 2 years ago, and that was literally the only one I ever saw. I don't know when they actually like put more on or anything like that, but seeing you can play Sly, Jak, I think Ape Escape, which is definitely the one I'm probably the most excited for, because I've seen some gameplay. I've never gotten that big of like an idea what type of game it is, but if the level in this game is actually what like the main game is like, I'm very excited to try it. Just because that was a very fun level to be playing through, even for how short it was. So I know this is kind of just more of a promotion for like their older stuff and all that, but it definitely helped me like see the parts of PlayStation that I missed out on as a child. Because as a Nintendo head who basically plays all the platforms and stuff that they release and enjoyed all of them, the only real reason I don't think I ever gave any of them a chance on PlayStation was just because I didn't own the console. Like, I had to go by my brothers to play on the PlayStation anyway, and even then, I think most of the time we were playing like whatever the newest SmackDown vs. Raw that year was, or the first Budokai game. Not the second or the third, the first Budokai game and nothing else. Which was still fun, obviously, but it didn't really leave much room in terms of trying the rest of the PlayStation stuff. Especially since they're the reason I got so into games as is, but they started with Nintendo. So more often than not, when I hung out with them, we were using the N64 to play something. Mario Party, Mario Kart, Smash, and it definitely like left a gap in the games I could play. So I'm excited to at least try it after this, especially since for all the levels I played through already, they were very fun. It's very funny seeing like such like what I know is a very like loving ode to like these games, and I just have no idea what most of them are. Like I could probably name 3 or 4 of the games that were actually in that they actually used for like the very last levels, because at the end of every level, once you finish the group of levels that they have, they use a Sony character as you rescue a Sony character and then you play through a world of whatever that game was. And once like God of War or Uncharted came up, I didn't know what the rest of them were after that. I have vaguely heard of Loco Roco, but I cannot tell you what type of game that is. It looks very cool though, at least, and the music was very good. So, because as much as I hate to say this, I know it's a stupid waste of money, I can be bought over to at least buy a game and try it for a bit if the music is really, really good. I do not like what Sonic Frontiers is. I bought that game specifically because I thought the 3 or 4 boss fight music I heard, like just before the game came out, would carry me through. Because I like Sonic, but like, I don't think I've ever liked any of his 3D games that much. So I knew it was going to be a hard sell, especially since everything in the game just looked like a time trial, and I just wasn't as much of a fan of that. So my hope was that that would carry me further on, and I probably finished the first world and got bored and listened to the song repeatedly off of my streaming service. So to, you know, give you an idea of what wins me over most of the time. But I know Parappa the Rapper is supposed to be really good. That's something else. I had the opportunity to try, I think, on PSP, because my friend gave me a PSP a few years ago, and I was going to try to play it, but it just wouldn't work for some reason. Or it was, I think the inputs were delayed, if I remember correctly, for like the PSP version, which made it feel weirder, and I just couldn't get into it again. So I never actually went back, but I feel like my biggest problem with Sony most of the time has always been that like they obviously have the second biggest backlog of games, and I just never got a chance to play them. And like I got a PS3 probably 2 or 3 years ago, funnily enough, from that same brother that got me into PlayStation in the first place. But that's why I own Sly Cooper, the first one. But it was also one of those things where this is another console I have to plug into an HDMI and set aside. And you can't buy PlayStation 3 games off the store itself. You have to use the web browser to buy games to then download them on the PS3, I think. And for how slow the PS3 was, and going on the website to have to buy everything, I am happy that people managed to get them to not close down the store super early, but I would be lying to you if I said that made me want to use it all the time. So finding out there were more of these games on PlayStation 5, which is more my fault, obviously, because I wasn't using the PS5 like that as is, but I was just surprised because I feel like the PS4 didn't have that many games from their past catalog. Off the top of my head, at the very least, I don't think they did, unless I missed that too. But I feel like my thing with the PS5 was just that because I could play them on Steam, and I didn't necessarily care that much about the games when they came out, not entirely at least, because I got the PS5 in anticipation for Spider-Man 2 but played Miles Morales on my PS4 because I bought that, I think, for PS4. Played it on that, and then when I got my 5, I came back to play it with the adaptive triggers, which was very fun. But there wasn't enough on the console that I necessarily cared about. Like I can't really describe what it is about the PS5. It's just, at the very least, I like Horizon and I like God of War, but I don't care for them enough that I would have played them on the PS5. The fact that they came to PC made them more likely for me to play them because of the fact that I can both play them portably and they're cheaper, especially since one of my bigger things going to this generation was that I wasn't insanely happy about the fact that games were going to cost like $70. But as you'll see as I go through this anyway, like, this game has a lot of charm and it definitely won me over with everything I saw already out of it. So I am looking forward to beating this again until I get to the very hard levels that took me... It only took me a weekend to beat this game for the most part, but that was like a lot of time set in stone for this game. Where is this? There we go. This is probably the game that I think takes the best use of the DualSense in general, because like feeling him walk around, feeling the same blocks you just saw me push against. The triggers have feedback in them for when you're pushing against the right block, so you know what to push on. Like I kind of forget sometimes that like they put so much into the DualSense, because like I don't get to use it super duper often, and I don't know if it's something I'm doing or it just doesn't work properly on the Steam Deck. But I've never gotten it to work on the Steam Deck despite hearing it's supposed to. Where are you? No. There we go. I've never gotten it to work properly on the Steam Deck, and that's actually one of the things that kind of made me, actually feel it as he's punching the triggers too. This is also part of the thing that kind of made me think like I want to use my PS5 for more things, just because I don't know what games have like the best adaptive trigger use, but anything that like uses it as well as Astro Bot does, like I can feel him walking around in the controller, like the jumping, like the gimmicks you'll see throughout the game, like all use the triggers, and you'll feel yourself like push down, and the resistance on it. Like I legitimately forgot how cool the feature this was. Like this is probably the feature of this generation for me, especially since Nintendo made HD Rumble and then basically never used it. I don't want to say properly, but there are very few games I'm thinking of that are like, this is a really cool feature. Like, even if I don't think every game on PlayStation uses the adaptive triggers like insanely well, it uses it for a whole bunch of stuff, I would say that you're gonna get some use out of it in basically any game. But like this game specifically kind of feels like it was made with this in mind, for like how well everything is tuned. Like for anyone that's played it, or for anyone that like maybe is planning on getting a PS5, whatever, because I know the Pro is also coming out, and like maybe some people will planning to get that. You'll see what I mean, and this is definitely, or you'll see what like everyone has meant since like it came out, because like it's not a new feature obviously, but like I don't, even for the few things I actually did end up playing on my PS5 between when I got it in like 2021 and now, I'm not thinking of that many things that used it like insanely well, or like to a point that it was like really cool to see, and it's like, oh, this is like the feature of the generation, I guess. Because, like, not to say something has to be the feature of the generation to be worth it, but it was one of those things where when I played Spider-Man Miles Morales on this, it was really, really cool to feel the swinging, but I don't think it, like, fooled my brain in the sense of, like, I wasn't really feeling it, like, oh, this is what web spinning would feel like, and, like, it didn't take me out. Playing it the first time was really, really cool, but it was definitely one of these things, why won't you die? It was one of these things where it's a very cool feature to be able to use for a bit, but it's also, the problem with most games, I feel like, is that most games are going to use it in the sense of, if you ever have to use the triggers, there's going to be some resistance on it, but, like, at least to me, not all of it felt like it was necessary, or, like, didn't feel like it used it the best, I guess. Like, I guess my biggest example of that is kind of just, like, both Spider-Man games, because it was really, really cool the first time I tried it, but, like, I don't think it hit the same way when I played Spider-Man 2. I still think, like, the coolest adaptation of it before this that I ever did was Call of Duty, because I got Cold War the year it came out, I got Cold War the year it came out, and I spent a lot of time on that because feeling the type of gun you were firing and, like, feeling the triggers pull back on the resistance for it was really, really cool. But I just didn't feel it that much in other games, and for as much as I'm saying I'll probably play more PS2 games off the Classic Collection now, I am also kind of disappointed that, if anything, that's probably my biggest reason for wanting to use my PS5 right now. Like, I'm happy at the very least that I have a reason to look forward to using my PS5 other than PS2, because I think that's most of the games I'm thinking of, honestly. Although I don't remember what console Ape Escape came out on. I thought it was PS2. I feel like that's wrong, bro. But I was definitely excited for this, and I still am excited to use it, because, like, now that I know something I'm looking forward to for it, I am. It's just, to have gone in 2021 and not really see anything I, like, super cared about was weird to me, especially since I was a very big PS4 person. Like, PS4 was my console of last generation, and it's probably where I played everything that came out that I cared about. I guess that's not super duper surprising, at least because for me, this is my first the Steam Deck is my first PC, and it made me want to invest in PC more often because I like what it can do. Because I've always been a console person. I've just been a Nintendo console person, basically. So I missed out on a lot of things. But I guess that's not super surprising for a thing, then, I guess, because it's just like I use the PS4 obviously, and the Xbox came into its own last generation once, like, backwards compatibility and Game Pass came out. So that was infinitely later. But, like, I was surprised still, just because it was like, it feels like I had way more that I cared about on my 4 than I ended up caring about for my PS5. Even in terms of third-party games, because not everything runs on the Steam Deck, obviously. And I'm actually waiting to see what the specs on Dragon Ball Z Sparking Zero is going to be, because I want to see if I can play it on Steam Deck, or I need to play it on PS4 for, like, the best experience, obviously. If I can't play with other people and all that stuff, I have no plans to play it on the Steam Deck, because my biggest thing with that is, I say kicking my friend's butt, but at the same time, I have so little experience in Budokai, realistically, that's not going to go the way I think it is. but I'm looking forward to it at least. But I just find myself like agreeing with a lot of people who are kind of like, it's not a bad generation, but it doesn't feel like it has as much, it doesn't feel like it has a very big thing compared to other generations. So, but this is definitely, like, people are saying game of the year for this game, and I know some people are joking obviously about that, but like, I don't know. This hasn't been a bad year obviously, but this is one of those games where it's like, regardless of like what you think, like if it's and you think it's just like a giant advertisement for their other game, or you think that or like you just like don't really like platformers, etc. Like, I feel like this game is so well made and was so much fun to go through. Like, I would legitimately say that once you get a PS5, you're gonna have Astro's Playroom, the demo-ish, like check out the features of the console. I need the third to last. Okay, so it's not back here. You're gonna get Astro's Playroom, which basically just shows off all the stuff the PS5 and this controller can do. And that's a very fun game. Like, I had never heard of Astro Bot before, because I have never played the VR game. Like, PS VR is still something I want to try at some point. I just don't know when I'm gonna actually do that, because it costs like $500 now for the PS5 version. Although, that makes me question if I could get the PS4 version for cheaper. But I question... I just never played those games. So I didn't... It came on the console, so I played it anyway. And that was probably like some of the most fun I've ever had with a console out the box since like the Wii. And I know like a lot of consoles don't come with like games and stuff anyway, so that might not be surprising, but like, I don't know what I was expecting out of it, because I heard very little about Astro Bot as a character before that, and it was just one of those things where it's like, so it's very cool that like you gave us something to do, but I was kind of cynical at the time, because it was also one of those things where it's like, yeah, but like, how many consoles come out with games to play like off the bat, you know? So it's like, I will play this obviously because like it's something to go through and something to try on my brand new console. But what am I seriously gonna think about it? And it legitimately was like the joy and whimsical. For like, I couldn't believe how much fun it was. It's one of those things where if I'm not remembering correctly, and all the games aren't actually PSVR specific, I kind of want to go back and try them on the PS4 because of how much fun this game itself was. So I'm looking forward to that, but I kind of hope this becomes like a new face of PlayStation, or at least becomes like a bigger one, because it's like, they made an amazing game. Like, I can't think of the last time I was so willing to basically just sit in front of my TV until basically 7 o'clock in the morning. Like, I actually stayed up all night the first night this game came out, to probably finish the first 2 levels, I think. As you can see, I am not very good at finding secrets all the time. Like, I found a good amount, I think, myself, but I wasn't super good at finding them in general when I was playing through it originally, because there are just some spots I missed when I played through it. But I love that you can also have this little bird following you to help you find the secrets, just because it definitely saved me a lot of time. I know, think it's a super common thing to do in collectathons, at least not to my knowledge, because like the feature of just having the ability to like call this bird and it just helps you when you need it was amazing, like by itself. And I wish more games like this, if anything, had something like that, or hopefully will have something like that later, just because it makes it so much more fun. Like, I know that's probably me, like, being a little lazy when it comes to looking for extra stuff, honestly. Because I looked around, but, like, when I just couldn't find it, I think that's when I noticed, like, you could get the bird. Like, I didn't know what the bird was originally. I was just going through these levels, and I was like, okay, well, I'll come back later, worst case scenario, because I just don't feel like doing this right now. But I think when, like, I just found out that was a thing. I was like, oh, that's super neat, because, like, you still need to find it yourself. But as you can see, you need to find it yourself still. But, like, the bird is so good at, like, telling you when you're super close to something that it's like, oh, at least that's easier to notice compared to you, like, walking around the level and just never being able to move on, because I don't remember the exact number of bots you need to complete each world, but you definitely need a good amount, to the point that I just went back and basically got every bot I could to make it any easier for me to just continue on without having to worry too much. Also, I know I didn't mention it when I got it, but my plan is for the levels that are in the Lost Canyon or the secret world. My plan is to do that last, just because or at the very least I'll chip away at it as I go. But I'm probably gonna leave those for last, because because if anything, those are the worlds that are gonna annoy me a little bit more than anything, and I think it'll be that. Not easier, but if I ever want to like take a harder challenge and start knocking them out, I feel like it's easier to do it later compared to worrying about it now when I still have to get the bots. Also, that is adorable. I remember seeing these all the time when I was playing this originally. I took a bunch of screenshots when I was playing this originally, just because like these are so cute. But I don't think, yeah, there's a camera you get later and you can use to like change his eyes and like poses when he's in front of them. I would have loved to actually post those to Twitter, or I guess X, but now that it's slightly harder to do, I don't typically post a whole bunch of stuff. Although I technically wasn't posting a whole bunch of stuff in PlayStation anyway. I found it easier to post from the Switch 4 thing, just because honestly, I guess it didn't really matter, but like I was also using my Switch a little bit more than anything. But I remember beating this 100%, and I was like super duper proud. Like I went back, got a screenshot of the 100% completion in the menu, because I think it tells you you've got 101, 102, whatever the actual amount of bots in the game are. It tells you that you got all the bots on the home screen in addition to all the puzzle pieces. And I was just super proud of that, because like I don't know how many games I've actually 100%ed. And the other part of this as well is that I think I am going to complete the achievements I missed out on, because I don't think I have any let's say platinum games. I don't think I've ever completed a platinum for a game. Off the top of my head, I would have to actually check, but off the top of my head, I can't name a game I went through 100% like that. This game was definitely 100% worth it, despite the honestly very aggravating challenges later. Like it's very good, and you'll get it eventually out there. It's more muscle memory than anything. It was just one of these things where you lock it. You have to lock in and like get the get all the bots and the puzzle pieces and stuff in them, and some of them are not time trials, but they're time trials in the sense that you have to be precise and very good with like what you're doing. Like you have to be on top of what's happening and be able to like react in a moment's notice, kind of, just because there are levels later on that things are breaking automatically and all this stuff from it. And I didn't finish the level, so I feel like it'd be cheating, but we should deal with that now. If I don't find everything this time, I'll use it next time, because that's, yeah, I just got to the beginning of the level, so that's fine. You have to finish the level in one sitting. Technically, for every other level, like obviously, like if you turn off the copy, you're gonna have to finish it you're gonna have to finish it again. It doesn't save automatically like that. But the difference between those levels and this, the difference between those levels and a level like this is that if I die anytime soon, that the blue checkpoint, and I guess the one up there too, will activate and bring me back to over here, which is super nice because obviously it means I don't have to do a whole bunch of stuff all over again. Although I'm questioning, or I was wondering if I should do not a one-hit kill, but I think one-hit kills Astro for the most part. I'm like half sure one-shot kills him. So I was questioning if I should do a one-hit kill rule. I'm still kind of debating it, although I guess I can't say debating it now just because like I'm so far into this now. It's like, would you do it now? Although I guess I still could in this moment. Like I think I'm gonna hate myself if I end up doing this later, I feel like. You know what? This game isn't insanely hard, so I think I'm gonna do one hit, if anything, for this too. Probably need I should restart. I don't remember if I died, but at the very least gonna do it from here on out. Let's just see how it goes, because I remember this game being easy enough to play through, but like I said, there are levels later that didn't annoy me. It's just I wasn't expecting the sudden like spike, because this was like such a cute, fun platformer, and then I got to those levels and I was like, damn, that's how this goes. Cool. Although again, not complaining, because I would like if there was a way to make this game harder that wasn't the one-hit kill thing, I'd probably do it still, because like I had so much fun playing this in the first place. I think it's worth playing through like that, and I would love if we got DLC for this game later on, because I would definitely be playing that like day one if it actually ends up happening. But it's not really the hardest game in the world. It's not meant to be, but I just say that in the sense of I think a little bit more of a challenge in this game isn't really a bad thing, and it's a good difficulty level for what they did already, with the harder levels I keep talking about later on being like a really good test of your skills. But the reason that whole thing about doing one-hit kill kind of sounds appealing to me is also because of the fact that I probably, in something that will come back to bite me later on, do believe that I can get through this deathless. I'm gonna say that I'm gonna die in the next level. I'm almost 100% sure of that. But it's not super duper bad, and these levels are fun enough that I think it would be fun to go through. Although I guess now I just signed myself up to complete the game. I signed myself up to complete the world first, and then if I miss anything, have to go back in and look again. So, yeah, I didn't really think that through, but it definitely would be I feel like it definitely would make it a more fun challenge, which I'm all for, because this game was very, very fun to like play through. Although, like this is definitely made me. I don't know what to play first. If you have a suggestion for which PS2 or I guess PS1, PS2. I don't remember if there are PlayStation portable games on the Classics collection. But if you have any recommendations for what I actually play first, I would love to hear them. Just because this is outside of my area of expertise for Sony, especially since more of what I know is probably some PlayStation portable stuff and PS4. Like I've played every single PlayStation, but when I say played, I mean played with my brothers and played like a very small amount of what's available on PlayStation or like for their legacy as a whole. So I think it's going to be very fun to start going through those, especially because there's more than I thought that was available. Come on, there we go. But I know I missed out on like a whole bunch of stuff, and I am looking forward to catching up, especially for how good this game ended up being. What is... Huh. Well, alright then. Come on. Aw, that's adorable. Bop, bop. Trying to think if it's anything I should be worried about anytime soon, to be honest. Because now that I signed myself up to play this Deathless, I cannot remember when this actually gets hard. Like I was on my throne talking about how this game wouldn't be hard until infinitely later on, but when it becomes a Deathless challenge, I can't. I definitely died to stupid stuff when I played this originally. I feel like everyone does, obviously, but it's just one of those things where it's like I wonder where I'm gonna mess up now, because knowing that I signed myself up for that without thinking about how hard that would probably be for 100% as well is making me regret my choices slightly. But this is definitely gonna be a fun challenge to go through. I wanted difficulty and I got difficulty, so I can't really complain though, can I? Okay, nope. I don't want this cycle near me. Cool. Bop. 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 Oh my gosh, it's so much fun just hitting the triggers, even if I don't want to. Like, how do I... That's come in here, yep. I do not need to... Oh, right. Just got the dog and I already forgot I can use him. Oh, thank God, I thought I died. Oh, okay, so I can do it. Okay, so maybe this won't be as bad as I thought it was. Again, doing it backwards, but... Oh, I don't have to bang anymore. Stop. Oh, thank God, alright. Okay, cool. Oh, that looked way too long. Why? Oh. Bop. And I missed the mod already. That's because I was trying to avoid. Cool. Okay. Oh, right. Oh, I missed again. Might do... Oh. Okay, sweet. Remember everyone saying when they came out like the perfect blend of like Mario and Sony, where they Mario like platformer, and I kind of get it, to be honest. Like I don't. Sony made that whole statement about not having any. I feel like this isn't the most appealing picture, but it's still adorable. Also, it's those robots. How do they poop? I don't. You know what? I'm questioning a world full of robots. Realistically, that doesn't make sense. Okay. No, that would have been stupid. Alright. That is also stupid if I die from this. Okay, cool. You. Because I think everything is a one-hit kill. I don't remember literally everything for you, but I know hitting that electric thing was automatically killing me. There we go. Oh, why would I do that? Stop. Oh, thank God. What did you do? Oh. Cool. Yep. Oh, thank God. Oh, is that gonna kill me? Please? Oh, thank God. I don't know how I'm getting so lucky on this, considering I feel like all of that should have killed me, but not gonna look a gift horse in the mouth. I spoke too soon. Of course I did. Of course I did. How much did I... Oh, I didn't miss that much at least. Okay. Not that bad at the very least. There we go. I don't remember what else the coins do outside of helping you be able to use the bird. Oh, right. The gotcha. Forgot about that. I was trying not to go back to the home space just because there's some stuff to do after the fact. So I figured it'd be easier to do all this to then go home and finish the tutorial for the most part. Also, I know I'm half sure there's another... I could have sworn there was more to do in this world. Did I misremembering? Huh. Maybe not then. You know what? Do the easier thing after the fact. Well, this might be the last world for today. Or this might be the last level for today. So maybe I should 100% the world beforehand. Let me see if they tell you. 28 of 46. Oh, 28 of 42. So I'm definitely missing stuff. I just don't remember. 28 is... I'm only missing one. There you are. Oh, so I don't just missed you the first time. Okay. It took me... I feel like I can be an impatient person sometimes when it comes to these games. So, for something like Tears of the Kingdom or even I think Spider-Man, I kind of spoiled myself unnecessarily when they came out. Okay, cool, that's the first death. I spoiled myself unnecessarily. I think just because, like, it's weird. I got very, very excited and for Tears of the Kingdom and Spider-Man. And I just kind of wanted to, like, know what was happening before I played through it. Because I was going to play through these games regardless. But I definitely spoiled, I think, some parts of the story for myself when I did. And it didn't really ruin my experience of the game, but it definitely took away from some of it because I got lost in both of those games. Like I think I took a week off of work for both of those games and basically did nothing but like beat the game. Spider-Man definitely took me a while, I know, so I think it took most of that week to actually beat. But I was happy to go through it, and I'm happy I did. It was just, I obviously like kind of spoiled myself on a lot of what was happening. So it was one of those things where I was like, oh, I mean, I had fun, but like I would have been way more shocked on something if I hadn't. So, oh god, these are the rolling ball levels from Galaxy. Wait a minute. Oh, these. I guess that shouldn't be surprising, but like this definitely controls better than Galaxy. But I guess that's again a no duh, just because we're talking about motion controls compared to me controlling it with a joystick. Oh my gosh, this is actually fun. Something I never thought I would say in my life because I stopped. Because I stopped playing Galaxy, specifically because I'm fairly sure the last thing I had to do was, or not the last thing, but I'm fairly sure I didn't have enough stars and I had to do rolling ball levels in addition to the Mantoon surfing thing, and I hated that with a passion. I bought it on the Switch too, and even then, I do not know if I'm seriously ever going to go through that, because I just remember that being such a frustrating thing to go through. But, this game, there were times I wanted to look stuff up, although, and I say I didn't look stuff up with like an asterisk technically, because this is the first game I used Sony's game tips for. I used their game tips for in general, I actually believe. Because I didn't really see, they weren't super helpful in the other stuff I played, at least to me. But there were some puzzle pieces I found, once I realized this was a collectathon, and I realized I at least wanted to attempt to get everything, at least until it got annoying to me, which, spoiler alert, it kind of never did, to be honest, which is why I was willing to make this, the first game I ever streamed be a collectathon and 100%ing it. It wasn't as bad as I thought it would be. Like, I can't think of a moment I wasn't having fun in this game. Like, I was frustrated when it came to some of this stuff, because, like, some of the later levels, like I said, can be very hard to deal with, but, like, I was never not having fun with this game. And that was all I was really looking for, so I thought it'd be fun to do as my first stream, but, like, I was doing stuff out of order, at least in the sense of, anything I could find, anything I knew where it was, I would grab, and I would find out it was like the 4th spot, and I had never gotten the second bot. When I realized how I was doing it, I actually didn't think I was going to continue doing it for the longest time, or I didn't expect myself to want to continue to do it. Damn it. I didn't expect myself to continue, because what I realized is in the hub, it was telling me I missed puzzle piece 4. And Puzzle Piece 4 is, like, somewhat far away from what I was doing, I guess. Like, I had found, at this point, I had found a good amount of the puzzle pieces. Like, I think by myself, with no help, I had been so willing to explore the hub that I had found a bunch of stuff by myself and collected them. But we're talking like puzzle piece 4 out of, let's say, like 20 in the main hub, and having it be this random number piece that I just couldn't find, I knew was going to drive me up the wall. So I figured it was one of those things where it's like, if I have no way to be able to find it easily, I'm not going to bother, because that sounds like a lot of work to do, because I didn't do it in my computer necessarily. But I had forgotten that game help was a thing, or game tips was a thing, especially since I thought you had to have PlayStation Plus for it. I don't know if you do, or if you need to have it for maybe like more help, because maybe they could have helped me more than they even helped already. But I had thought when I got my PS5 that it was a super cool feature, but I could have sworn you needed Plus for it, and I don't pay for Plus that often, especially since, like I said, I don't use my PS5 super duper often in the moment. So I wasn't gonna pay for PlayStation Plus that often unless I cared about like a PlayStation Plus game or something like that. So what I ended up so I didn't end up using it super often, but I came to find out it didn't seem like I needed it when I played through this originally. So I looked for Puzzle Piece 4, and I think I had seen like a video that showed me what to do. And it's funny because I think every time you beat a world, every time you get characters, every time you beat a world, every time you get enough bots, something opens up in the hub. Like there is a zoo, I believe, a what's it called? A changing room and a gacha machine. And I think I had believed that I needed. Sorry, I lost my train of thought. I'm trying to make sure I don't die. There are a few different things to unlock, and I hadn't realized because I had only done it a few times. So one of the achievements in this game are to get everything from the gacha or pull the gacha a certain number of times. I don't entirely remember, but I just remember that the gacha was an achievement. And when I got a good amount of the achievements, but I also didn't get all of them. So my plan was that when I finished the game, I was going to try to go back and do the achievements just because I figured it'd be more fun to just finish it up one time than it would be to have to like worry about it all at once, especially since I was going through 100%ing it in the like game itself. I was having fun with that, so I was fine with that. Come to find out that there was a random pull for it in the gacha. So finding that out, I sat there for a bit and pulled it. I don't know if I got lucky on this or not. I guess because it's a gacha, I got lucky. But I had pulled it within probably like 5-10 minutes. Like it definitely didn't take me that long to deal with. I'm being dumb because if this kills me, I'm gonna be very upset. It didn't take me that long to pull. I know. Ooh, another fun one. All right. You feel the vibration through the controller against the triggers, and when it pulses the most, I think that's the one you step on. Although I'm not feeling. There it is. All right, sweet. We are done. I think 2 more levels, although now that it's a boss, I'm scared, because realistically, if I die, I am going to have to restart that. But, it showed it to me, and I think I got lucky and pulled the gacha piece I needed super quickly, so I managed to get it there, and that was one of those things where it's like, oh, another feature that they had put on the console, I just kind of never super duper thought of was very helpful in that case where it was like, oh yeah, like you're having trouble, like here you go. And I know that sounds like a no duh thing because like they made it for that reason, obviously, but like I don't know. Like I said, the only feature that kind of stuck out to me that seemed like it was going to be a very big thing was the adaptive triggers on the DualSense. I wasn't super worried about anything else that like we got out of the console. Like I am of the opinion that switching to SSD. I am of the opinion that switching to an SSD made a huge difference, obviously. Or I guess opinion when that's not really, you know, an opinion. Because I feel like everyone, it's probably one of the biggest things everyone talks about when it comes to this generation. But I don't know. I was happy to see stuff load so quickly, and as you can tell, or as you will be able to tell when I start dying way too often. Okay, there we go. As you'll be able to tell when I die too often, the game obviously like needs a second to load everything back in, but it's not bad. Like if anything, just me being the impatient person I am, I just wish it was possible to load it a little bit faster. Cause it needs a second, obviously, but like it's a very literal second to load back in, so it was never really that big a problem. So it would obviously be tiring. Oh, I thought that killed me. Alright, I might actually need to focus for a second. Oh, yep, that's not a good start to this fight. What am I supposed to do? Oh, that's not a good start. That is not a good start. Okay, so let's see if I actually end up finishing this today, because I can imagine my patience running very short and very quickly at this pace. Oh, I had hard. So, other stupid thing, I kept not dying when I was doing these boss battles originally because my dumbass kept getting hit. I didn't actually know that they give you hearts. I didn't see those originally, so I'm gonna count those towards not having to restart every single time, just because I feel like it's not. I feel like it just counts as like another life. So at the very least, I guess this won't be as bad as I expected, because I fully expected this to be okay. I got hit once. Now I need to restart, and as you can tell. Well, that's a life. Cool. Super unnecessary like too, but that's annoying. Cool. Like I said, this was a very fun game. I don't imagine it's not a Dark Souls game obviously, but like I definitely do not pay attention to every game as much as I should when it is going to result in me dying sometime, and that's super duper fun to do for some reason. I don't remember if any of the levels are like super long, to be honest, but like I feel like my bigger thing is just, you know, eventually it'll probably start to wear on you if you're restarting a level consistently. Oh my gosh, that was so lucky. But I actually thought I got hit there. Got super lucky there. Okay. Bop. I don't remember how you know. Jeez. Oh wait, is that it? Oh, I guess that's shorter than I remember it being. Alright, neat. Oh my gosh, I was so much worried about. I was so more worried about than I probably should have been. That is awesome. Alright then. Oh, okay. Did I say Ape Escape was first? I don't remember where I said Ape Escape was first, but... Stop. Oh, that's adorable. Okay. And this is our Ava Cube level. Can't wait. Rip. What is this? I forgot there were enemies in this world. Although I guess I probably shouldn't be surprised considering everything has been trying to kill me since I turned this on. Bop. At some point, I'm gonna run into... Ha! At some point I'm gonna do that spin attack again. I'm gonna get myself killed. I'm gonna be very upset about it. But, I think like halfway through my first playthrough, I just kind of realized that it was so much easier to do that. Really just not gonna help me. That's... Wait, turn real quick, Astro. Fuck you. Oh, okay, get that. Nope, go away. I think I realized, like, halfway through my first playthrough, it was easier to do that, they'll knock them away. Cause, like, the spikes were, like, more worrying to me. I obviously wasn't doing, like, the one-hit kill thing that I am doing now, but it was obviously annoying to have to, like, restart. Unless I seriously needed to. So I chose to like run up to them and like wait to see their spikes like show up and to then go away so I could hit them. But it was obviously like a longer process than necessary. There we go. So I'm probably gonna use that more often this time. But I know it's also gonna be to my detriment because sometimes I do it without really not needing to, but like I do it because I assume it'll make it faster. And like I said, if I'm going to do this 100%, it's 100% deathless. Then it is one of those. Come here. How? Okay. It is. Oh wow. Well, I mean, I know I don't have to leave this area, so I guess it doesn't matter. I know it's gonna be something that comes back to bite me in the butt later, just because of how I play. So, because I guess I can't even say that I know the worlds aren't that long, just because the checkpoints are nope. There we go. The checkpoints are so forgiving. With everything, that it was never that big a deal when I died. Like, I never felt any pressure, but, you know, this is meant to add pressure to make it more fun. So, yeah. Although, honestly, because I have a bunch of achievements in this game, obviously. I think I checked before I went live, I have 28 or 29 of, like, 42, 44 trophies. And I was debating if I was going to do, restart on my second account so I could, like, get all the achievements with you guys. And, like, they would pop up, you know, like that rush of dopamine you get every time you get a new one. But I kind of figured against it just because, one, I would have to set up that other account with all my information because it's kind of just more a dummy account that I just happen to have on the console that I use every now and then, more than it is anything I use super seriously or anything or super often. So that wasn't set up, and I kind of just wanted to, you know, I wanted to do my first stream just to get some of the nerves out of the way early for doing this. But I don't know. I also kind of, I don't know if it would make sense as a feature, but I kind of, oh my god. Keep running. Come here. what do I... Second... What did you... Man, this is annoying. Come here. I don't know if it would make sense as a feature, but you know what? One second, these might be getting annoying. How did I do this the first time? What the? Oh my gosh, how did I miss you? That's stupid. Come here. I'm not doing this properly, am I? Because I feel like I wouldn't be this far behind if I was. Come on. Oh my gosh, how? Come on. Doesn't count as being close enough, really. Thank you. There we go. Oh my gosh, that was annoying. Oh, I forgot to show you guys this cool feature they do for the controller when you catch bots. But I don't know if it would make much sense, but I would love a feature to be able to... Oh, wait, hold on. You can do this with all of them. Wait, nope. Huh. Can you not do it with the monkey? It's weird. I have to look for another monkey. I would love the ability to, I guess, relock your achievements. Like, not in the sense of, it doesn't have to be, it doesn't, I don't want them to start taking points off anything, obviously, but like, oh, there it is. You can do this with those. This is the best feature of the PS5. I'm only partially kidding about that, but look how cute they are. I don't want, I'm not saying that because like, I know they probably think people will try to like, people will probably try to abuse it in a way. Like I'm sure people would see this and be like, oh, well, I can just get unlimited, I was about to say gamer points. I think that's Xbox. I don't remember what PlayStation calls them. I'm about to get unlimited points because like I keep getting the same achievements and stuff. Like, I know, obviously, but like it's one of those things where if you want to do like a completely fresh playthrough of a game, I would love the ability to like relock the achievement just to go through it again, because I feel like it'd make it so much more fun to go through it. Also, this is adorable, and I guess, I don't know who Spectre actually is. Is Spectre like is Spectre the enemy like in Ape Escape? I've never heard of this character. Last I heard about like Ape Escape as a whole, I thought it was just a game about monkeys getting a time machine and managing to go back in time to where they were the dominant species, I think. You've got to be kidding me. Are we about to have another moment? Thank you. Stop. Stop. Ooh. If I die there, does that count as having to restart the level? It probably does, doesn't it? Okay. But I just think that'd be a nice feature. I don't need it to show to anyone else. I don't really need it to be a social feature, obviously, anything like that. But especially for something like this, because like Astro Bot, there's a rumor that we're gonna get DLC. I don't know if that's true, or I think there was a data mine that implied we were getting DLC. But obviously until that happens, we don't know. So I can see this being a game I go back to on and off stream to play as a whole, and I would love to be able to relock the achievement so I can at least like experience it again. So it's just, Also, that I could have gone back at any point. I know to like explore, or at least explore what I can, but I figured this was easier just because I get all the characters, and what you do is come back here to find another world. So I got all the bots I could, which means I have a bunch of stuff I can unlock. I can look through this world now, and I think I get one of the places now, so I think I get the gotcha once I take care of this. But like, because I got one of the main parts that I need that the alien stole, I just gotta put it back in the PS5 now, which honestly was very cool. It was a very cool thing to see. Like, I love that the PS5 is just a ship they have. What is this? Oh, okay. What do you buy? There we go. Buy. Hey, my finger. Oh, I can't hit my finger. Well, fingers, I guess. I don't know if this is a first for like a console, but it's very cool that like Sony made 2 games that basically just show off the inside of the console. Like, I know not everyone is going to necessarily care what it looks like for things, but it's very cool to see them like gamify the inside of the console. Now that it's the 30th anniversary too, I'm kind of hoping we get like clear see-through. Although I guess we'd have to replace the black plastic on the inside, but I'm sure people are willing to do that kind of. Just, I hope we get like new faceplates and stuff for the console over the 30th anniversary. Just stuff to customize it. Especially since I question how easy it'll be to get any controller they release. Because people are already saying they want a PS5 themed PS1 controller. And I think that'd be super duper cool, but it's also one of those things where it's like, I'm thinking about it and it's like, how likely is anyone to be able to like grab those easily, you know? Although I guess in a way, there is always the chance that you can, because like I thought the Spider-Man PS5 controllers would be harder to get. The faceplates were impossible. I never got the faceplates for the console, just more because it was so hard to get. But I got the first Spider-Man controller I got from Sony themselves on PlayStation Direct, and was happy I got it because I just assumed I wouldn't be able to. But I think I either got 2 from PS Direct, or I got one from there, but then I got one from like Best Buy or something. And I wasn't expecting to get it so easily, but because I only really need one controller because it's just me using it. I opened the one I got from Sony. I think I just left the one I got from Best Buy in its box, just because I also grew up seeing so many people collect consoles, controllers, etc., that I kind of just wanted to do the same thing. I don't have the space for it, to be honest, so I definitely shouldn't be buying as many right now. But at the same time, I want to start collecting the little stuff like I actually really, really care about. Alright. So, oh, I just have to wait for you to come back. Stop. Jester 8. Can I call them back? We have. I just got this one, but I don't remember who that is. Ah, Parappa! Parappa. I don't remember where I got it. I'm assuming that's Ryu, Jack, Ape Escape. Hey, Snake. I don't know who you are, but I will find out. Is that, who you have to unplug the controller for? No, Revolver is the other guy. I don't remember his name. Hey, Crash. Ratchet, yes. And that's Revolver. Solid? I'm not remembering the name for Metal Gear. Still, another game I have to play, like, Outdated Reputation. I know at least a little bit of it from that. But that was the first world. I am going to attempt to maybe do this once per week at least until I get more free time with work and all. So, but I wanted to at least start bang out the first world, see how my first stream went, because this is my first time doing this in general. So, next time I come back, I will unlock the next world and we will see what characters we get. There we go. So thank you for being here, and I will see you later.